Isaiah chapter 23 begins with a prophecy against Tyre, a prominent city-state known for its wealth, trade, and maritime power. The chapter opens with an announcement of the fall of Tyre, which is to be devastated by the invasion of the Babylonians or other surrounding nations. Tyre's prosperous trade routes and extensive commerce are highlighted, but the city's downfall is inevitable. Isaiah paints a picture of mourning, as the great merchants of the sea lament the loss of their profitable routes and connections. The city that once thrived on luxury and power is now facing God's judgment. As the prophecy continues, Isaiah describes the response of the surrounding nations, particularly the cities of the Mediterranean and the regions along the sea. These nations, who once relied on Tyre for trade, are now in turmoil and confusion as they witness the collapse of Tyre's empire. The city's fall will have far-reaching consequences, and its destruction will send shockwaves throughout the trading world. The people of these nations are depicted as being filled with grief and fear, as they see the end of an era of wealth and prosperity that Tyre had long represented. Tyre's fall serves as a warning about the fragility of human power and the certainty of divine judgment. The chapter then turns to a reflection on the reason for Tyre's downfall. Isaiah explains that the city's pride and reliance on its own strength and wealth, rather than on God, have led to its destruction. Tyre is seen as an arrogant city that had placed its trust in its own ability to dominate the seas and control trade, forgetting that ultimate power rests with God. The prophecy emphasizes that no matter how strong or prosperous a nation may appear, it is vulnerable to God's judgment if it fails to acknowledge His sovereignty. The downfall of Tyre serves as a powerful reminder that human pride and self-sufficiency will ultimately lead to destruction. The chapter concludes with a brief but hopeful vision for the future of Tyre. After its destruction, Tyre will be forgotten for a time, but eventually, it will be restored. Isaiah predicts that after 70 years, a new generation will arise, and Tyre will return to its former trade routes, though with a humbled and more reverent attitude. The city will once again be a center of commerce, but this time, its wealth will be used to honor God. This final note of restoration suggests that even after judgment, God's mercy and plans for renewal remain, offering hope for those who turn back to Him. Let's now read Isaiah chapter 23. The burden of Tyre. Howl, ye ships of Tarshish, for it is laid waste, so that there is no house, no entering in. From the land of Kittim it is revealed to them. Be still, ye inhabitants of the isle, thou whom the merchants of Zidon, that pass over the sea, have replenished. And by great waters the seed of Sihor, the harvest of the river, is her revenue, and she is a mart of nations. Be thou ashamed, O Zidon, for the sea hath spoken, even the strength of the sea, saying, I travail not, nor bring forth children, neither do I nourish up young men, nor bring up virgins. As at the report concerning Egypt, so shall they be sorely pained at the report of Tyre. Pass ye over to Tarshish, howl, ye inhabitants of the isle. Is this your joyous city, whose antiquity is of ancient days? Her own feet shall carry her afar off to sojourn. Who hath taken this counsel against Tyre, the crowning city, whose merchants are princes, whose traffickers are the honorable of the earth? The Lord of hosts hath purposed it, to stain the pride of all glory, and to bring into contempt all the honorable of the earth. Pass through thy land as a river, O daughter of Tarshish, there is no more strength. He stretched out his hand over the sea, he shook the kingdoms, the Lord hath given a commandment against the merchant city, to destroy the strongholds thereof. And he said, Thou shalt no more rejoice, O thou oppressed virgin, daughter of Zidon, arise, pass over to Kittim, there also shalt thou have no rest. Behold the land of the Chaldeans, this people was not, till the Assyrian founded it for them that dwell in the wilderness. They set up the towers thereof, they raised up the palaces thereof, and he brought it to ruin. Howl, ye ships of Tarshish, for your strength is laid waste. And it shall come to pass in that day, that Tyre shall be forgotten 70 years, according to the days of one king. After the end of 70 years shall Tyre sing as an harlot. Take an harp, go about the city, thou harlot that hast been forgotten, make sweet melody, sing many songs, that thou mayest be remembered. And it shall come to pass after the end of 70 years, that the Lord will visit Tyre, and she shall turn to her hire, and shall commit fornication with all the kingdoms of the world upon the face of the earth. And her merchandise and her hire shall be holiness to the Lord, it shall not be treasured nor laid up, for her merchandise shall be for them that dwell before the Lord, to eat sufficiently, and for durable clothing. This ends our reading of Isaiah chapter 23.